Hey there, welcome to the Healthy Vibes Podcast. I am Kelly Renato, your host, a mom of two, and a fitness and health enthusiast and encourager. I'm on a mission to help moms feel good about themselves, find time for themselves, and get their strength back so that every single day they can show up how they want to. I know what it's like to feel overwhelmed, unhealthy as a mom, anxious, worn out, and never enough. That is why I want to share with you every single week simple choices that have helped me to feel more confident and content. Each week I'll bring you a short dose of inspiration for you and your family, empowering you to show up for yourself, love who you are, and encouraging you to become more intentional every day with your choices so that you can feel stronger, more confident, and fulfilled. Are you ready to truly love who you are? Get out of that rat race, know that you're enough, and follow the path that you want to? It's time to nurture your mind, body, and soul. You get to make this choice every single day, and I want to help you. Let's start today. You ready? Here we go. Hey there, welcome to the Healthy Vibes Podcast. I'm Kelly Renato, and thank you for being here today. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me and spending this time with me. It means so much. So if you are new here, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. I try really hard to make this short, 20 minutes or under, unless it's usually an interview. The last few I've had have been a little longer. But if it's just me, I want it to be quick because I know we don't have a lot of time, but we all need a little bit of encouragement and inspiration. So thank you for tuning in. And today, I want to talk about doing our own personal work. Last week, I talked about living with more intention and my upcoming journal that's coming out. And I really believe what it is me when I began really working on myself in a different way. I had always been a health nut, a workout nut, eating healthy. I loved it all, but I realized something was always missing. There were so many more components, and I knew this from my graduate degree to our whole self, but I wasn't really working on them. So I find that as we get older, and probably if I went back to my younger self, I could have probably used all this then too, but I just think relationships get a little more complicated. They mean a little more. We have more responsibility. We have marriages. We have kids. And I just think that so many times, and even, conversations I have with my good friends, like it's really easy to say, well, this person does this, or that person does this, or my husband does this, or it's really easy to look at what everyone else does. I do it all the time. It's easy to do that. But I think if we really, really, truly want better relationships and to feel better about ourselves, we have to start with us. We have to, because we all know it. We cannot change the other people. But, and my mom taught me this all along, if we change ourselves, you'd be surprised how different everything else can be. It might look different. People might change because you're changing, or you just might perceive it differently, because what we perceive is what truly we believe it is. Just because we perceive it doesn't mean it's real, but it's what we're perceiving, if that makes sense. So this week, I want you to become, I told you last week, if you listened in, that my intention was to become more vulnerable, to open my heart and be more loving. And I definitely focused on that. It was hard. I had some days that I wasn't that at all. But I also had some days that I truly opened up, and I really tried to talk to people in my life that really matter, because I knew I wanted a better relationship with them. And I have plenty more to work on, but I go one by one. I can only do so much. I know that with myself. And each week, which is that weekly intention, I'm working on the same thing again. I'm working on being more vulnerable, opening my heart, and being more honest with people that I know that I should be trusting and that I need to, because I know it can improve my relationship. So I want you to look into yourself as well And whatever relationship it is, your marriage, your kids, your friend, your parents, a sibling, whatever it is, one that might be, we all usually have at least one that might be weighing on us, or one that we're struggling with, or one that we just want to be closer to. Maybe it's not a struggle. Maybe you just know it's a good one and you want to get closer. So I think a lot of it for me started with prayer. And I mentioned this last week as well. I had gone to a workshop. It was She Speaks conference, if you've heard of it. Lisa Turkhurst, Proverbs 31 Ministries, puts it on. And one of the seminars that was given by Meredith Brock, she talked about trust. And she talked about, how we, at some point, we fight and fight and fight with things that we need to go to God and bow our head to Him. And then He will lift us up when the right time comes. So if you have something that you're working through right now that seems really hard, so when I tell you work on yourself and you think, no, it's not me, whatever it is, when you get to that point where you feel it's not you, you've got to go and bow your head to the Lord and ask Him, which I did this last week, to help you. And say, listen, I need you to help me move forward with this. I feel like I've tried everything. I feel like I'm struggling. I feel like I'm having a hard time. And give that to Him. Let all of it out. And He will help you through it, whether it's that day, the next day, a month from now, but give it to Him. If it's a relationship that matters to you, keep doing your self-work, keep praying about it, but also give it to Him. Give it to God to help you. And I don't know if you've ever seen The War Room. I know I've brought this up before. My friend recommended I watch it, and it was so, so good. And that's a big premise behind it too, is letting the Lord fight your battles and you not fight your battles. And this can be a marriage, this can be a friendship, whatever relationship it is, you have to give it to Him, because you might be seeing something or perceiving it in a way that it's not there. But you also really might need to do work on yourself so that the other person can open up to you as well. Because we're all humans and we're all, trying to work this out. And just because we think maybe our spouse is not doing what we want them to do, they see us as not giving them what they need. So at some point, we've got to start pulling our walls down and doing our deep personal work. And my intentions in the beginning, years ago, were very much, wherever you are, we're all in different places. Pausing and finding more quiet time, finding more patience with my kid, not overreacting. And these are still intentions that I'm working on. These last 2 weeks, I feel like opened up a little bit more, and it just became a season I was in, something I was going through, prayers that were coming to me, how God was moving in me. And I knew it was deeper, and I knew I needed to pull my guard down and open up to certain people in my life, because I was letting certain things take over my mind. And I was perceiving things that I feel like weren't there, or maybe, I could help them get better. So when I did let my guard down and open myself up and pray to God to help me to open my heart up and love more, I started noticing a change, because I had put a guard up. I had put walls up, and I've done that before. And I think when you really want to be honest and vulnerable and you're scared to, but that relationship matters, you just have to be honest and say, this isn't easy, but I want to be honest and talk this through. I want to tell you what I'm feeling, and you need to tell me what you're feeling. And I just think sometimes we put guards up, or we are looking to fight about something we don't need to fight, or we're seeing something that's not there. And I just think over time, that stuff builds up and builds up and builds up, and life gets stressful. And what is going on now in our world and around us, don't let all of that take over your relationships. Don't let it take over you. Don't let all of that negativity and the devil working out there win. Like, I really think there's a lot going on out there. I'm not saying ignore it. I'm not saying it's wrong or anything. I'm just saying don't let it take over the health of your heart, your mind, your relationships. Use this time to get closer to God and let Him work in your relationships. We all have to be responsible. We have to be smart. We have to be safe. But we also have to live our lives. We have to keep going the best we can in a way that is good for us all. We don't want to do anything stupid or unsafe or that people are telling us not to do. But don't let it get into your house and get into your heart and your mind and mess up your relationships. Because it's hard right now, and I can see it in the best of us. And so I'm telling you today to keep working on yourself. It matters more now than ever. Don't let all of that bring stress on, because we're all dealing with so many different things. You might be going through a financial stress. You might be going through a marriage stress, family stress, health, medical. There's so much. Every person I talk to has so many more layers underneath than just a stay-at-home order, a quarantine, a school choice, as if not all of that's not already enough. There's so much going on out there, and I just want you to be honest with yourself, be honest with your spouse, be honest with your kids, have healthy conversations. It's not a normal time, but you can control taking care of yourself. You can. Don't let it get out of control. Spend time in the morning on prayer, on gratitude, on your intention for the week, on what's your day, what's most important today. Spend time on that in the morning. Exercise every day. Take care of yourself. Use this time to work on yourself, get closer to God. Don't stay busy getting distracted by news, social media, gossip, talking to someone about the fear. All of that is the devil keeping you busy on the wrong things, and it creates more fear in our lives. And don't let that take you over right now. Be honest and work on yourself. And I promise you, it will improve the relationships and the people that matter in your life. It will improve your days. These are not normal days, but we can do our best to control and take care of ourselves. It matters right now. So I'm going to leave you with the challenge this week, again, is to have an intention. But I want you to, this week, sit and pray about what you can work on this week. What part of your own work, your personal work, does God think could help you, your relationships, your relationship with God, the people around you, your stress, help get rid of your fear? What is it deep down that you could really work on? And I want you to bow your head to God and ask Him to help you work on this and help you to have the strength and help Him to lift you up at the right time. Remember, nothing is wasted. All that we're going through, we're going to look back on this, and I want you to look back on it, and you have taken care of yourself and your family, and you guys have become stronger, closer to God. Keep your heart, keep your mind in the right place, and that comes from your choices. So the verse that I want to leave you with is 1 Peter 5, 6 through 7. So be humble under God's powerful hand, then He will lift you up when the right time comes. Give all your worries to Him because He cares for you. So take time this week to work on yourself. Take time this week and spend it with God, and Don't let the fear and uncertainty of the world take over your mind. So take care this week. Thank you for being here. I wish you a good week, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. I appreciate you sharing this time with me today. I am grateful you are here. And if you have anyone that you feel could also benefit from this encouragement, please share it with them today. You can also add a quick review on iTunes, which would mean the world to me and help me just to make this better for each and every one of you out there. I will be here each week, so please be sure to subscribe to the podcast or join me at kellyrenato.com to get the latest episode and more tools to help you on your journey to feel your best and enjoy every single day exactly where you are. I would love to have you join my journey, and let's all add good, healthy vibes anywhere we can, every single day. Enjoy your week and embrace the season you're in, and I look forward to next week. Take care. Bye-bye.